Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV9, where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines for the day. We've got some updates to a story we brought you yesterday, and KSB is looking for some help following the death of a juvenile on a off-road motorcycle. Plus, a local man is sentenced after he faked his own death to avoid paying child support. And it's Tuesday. We're going to head on out to the park to see what Michael is getting into down there for Tasty Tuesday. We've got the details on those stories. Plus, we're going to take a look at the weather. And, of course, we'll have your sports report with Michael Watkins coming up here today, live at 5. But first, on our WBON TV big story of the day, the Kentucky State Police are asking for the public's help in their investigation of a fatal collision that occurred Sunday evening in Pulaski County. The incident involved a Dodge Durango police vehicle driven by Officer Derek A. Glover of the Lancaster Police Department and a red Coleman 196cc off-road motorcycle operated by a juvenile. According to the preliminary investigation, Officer Glover, traveling south on US 27 near Old Norwood Road, collided to the rear of the motorcycle shortly before 11:45 p.m. on Sunday, August the 17th. The juvenile, who was not wearing a helmet, was pronounced dead at the scene. Officer Glover was not injured. The Kentucky State Police Critical Incident Response Team has been called in to assist the ongoing investigation. Troopers are specifically seeking information from anyone who may have witnessed either the off-road motorcycle or the police vehicle on or near US 27 near Old Norwood Road in the lead up to that collision. If you have any information, you're asked to please contact Lieutenant Hunter Martin by phone 502-782-1847, or you can email hunter.martin@ky.gov. This, of course, is a developing story and will continue to provide updates as they become available. A Kentucky man has been sentenced to over 6 years in prison for a bizarre scheme to evade child support payments. Jesse Kipf, 39, pleaded guilty to computer fraud and aggravated identity theft after hacking into the Hawaii Death Registry system to falsify reports of his own death. In an attempt to escape his financial obligations, Kemp impersonated a doctor to create a fraudulent death certificate. This allowed him to disappear from official records and avoid paying over $116,000 in child support. The investigation revealed that Kip's criminal activities extended beyond his deceptive death plot. He also stole the credentials of multiple individuals to gain unauthorized access to the state death registries, private businesses, and government networks. According to officials, Kip must serve 85% of his prison sentence under federal law and will be on probation for 3 years following his release. Well, following today, there are only 5 Tasty Tuesdays left at Irvin McDowell Park, which is where Michael Watkins is right now as we check with him on what all is going on today down at the park. Here's Michael.
Thanks, Gwendolyn. That's right. It's another Tasty Tuesdays here at Irvin McDowell Park. One of the last few remaining before they close this event for the fall. But, man, you will not find a better weather day for a Tasty Tuesdays than what we have today. Honestly, a tad bit chilly if you come down here to Irvin McDowell Park. Might want to maybe pack a blanket or maybe a jacket, a light jacket, if you're coming down here this evening, but you will not regret it. Another great lineup here at Tasty Tuesdays. And, you know, we really are blessed. We're really so lucky to have groups and organizations like the Richmond Parks and Recreation here in our community who put on some of these amazing events that we've had all spring and all summer. You know, we just had Pops at the park over the weekend. We've seen all the spray-and plays and the back-to-school bash. Halloween Hoedown is right around the corner. There are so many events going on here in Madison County, and Richmond Parks and Recreation, a big reason for that. Now, as far as Tasty Tuesdays goes today, another great lineup going on right now until 8 p.m. this evening. There's a lot of great vendors on site like Macatude, loaded mac and cheese bowls. Really interesting selection there. Drea's Catfish Bucket. If you've never had Drea's Catfish Bucket, really good selection of seafood type food there. They got great catfish, shrimp. You will not go wrong with Drea's Catfish Bucket. Fully Loaded, Batter and Buttercream, Cindy Lou Who's Delights, and as always, Dreamin' Creek Brewery and Chenault Vineyards here serving up the adult beverages. Folks, you do not want to miss Lauren Meek taking the stage at 6 p.m. Coming up in about 50 minutes or so, Lauren Meek will go on stage here at Tasty Tuesdays for some live music. And don't forget about the book club, held on the last Tuesday of every month in partnership with the Madison County Library. Coming up on the 27th, they will meet to review and discuss Daisy Jones and the Six, and after they review, they will pass out The Word is Murder. So a lot of really cool things happening with Tasty Tuesday. If you're coming down Lancaster here and there's no parking up here in the park, obviously going to be very busy every Tuesday night. Don't forget about the free parking in the EKU crab lot. So it's just a ton of fun every single Tuesday night. We're winding down the countdown of Tasty Tuesdays. We'll be coming to an end here in about 5 or 6 weeks. So get out now. Take advantage of this incredible weather. We know the kids are in school. Maybe bring them out here. They can see some of their friends from school and just enjoy a fun night of a great selection of the food trucks and everything else here. Tasty Tuesdays once again at Irvin McDowell Park. Thank you for joining us here, folks. I'll tell you what, this football weather is really getting me going. Stick around for sports. I'll have more info about that as well with football season right around the corner. Starting this week, high school football. But Tasty Tuesdays today. Come on down. Grindelin, I don't know. I'm not for sure what I'm getting. Probably Drea's catfish bucket today. It will be what I end up going with. I'll bring you some catfish or shrimp back when I come back to the office. But today, Tasty Tuesday is going on until 8 p.m. Everybody get out, support these great food trucks, support these great vendors, and we'll see you next time for WBON TV 9 at Irvin McDowell Park. I'm Michael Watkins.
Thanks, Michael. Looking like a great night to head down there for Tasty Tuesdays. Well, new details have emerged about a carjacking that claimed the life of Tracy Clemens. According to testimony from Deputy Jason Weaver, Clemens lost her life while attempting to prevent the theft of a truck. The incident on August the 10th at the T-Mart in Annville initially reported as a hit and run. However, the situation escalated when authorities discovered Clemens injured and unresponsive at the scene. It was later determined that she had been fatally injured while trying to stop the carjacking. The primary suspect, Michael Edwards, faces multiple charges, including murder, carjacking, and kidnapping. A second individual, Richard Markham, is also implicated in the crime and is facing related charges. The case is now headed to the grand jury for further proceedings. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. It's been a beautiful day here in the Bluegrass. We've got Sam in the Weather Center going to give a look at the rest of the week's forecast. That's coming up next.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mammut Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mammut Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in.
We can't wait to see ya.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow!
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
It's in the air. All the sights, the sounds, all the excitement.
Makes the catch!
Of high school sports is coming. Live coverage begins August 23rd on WBON TV. Madison Central takes on Johnson Central. High school sports coverage like none other.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. What an absolutely gorgeous day we've had here in the Bluegrass, especially for the middle of August. We've got Sam in the Weather Center going to give us the details of the forecast. Here's Sam.
Thanks, Gwendolyn, and welcome everybody. As we look at the precipitation amounts we've had over the last 5 days, well, we picked up a healthy amount here, obviously, on Saturday and a trace amount on Monday. And as we look at over the last 5 days at our temperatures, we saw those beginning to fall. 82 on Monday, and it's been even cooler here on our Tuesday afternoon. Nice and pleasant, feels almost like fall. So we have fair weather clouds, a lot of those cumulus clouds that flared up. We'll have those again into Wednesday, a pleasant stretch of weather. Now, some of the heat and humidity begin to return starting Friday and into Saturday and Sunday, but should still be just spectacular for football. We have Madison Central versus Johnson Central on Friday. Looking at our dew point temperature, feeling in that autumn-ish range whenever we're in the 40s. So nice and comfortable and pleasant, even in the mid-50s here for Friday for football. Spectacular. Still pretty nice on Saturday. Then we'll start to see that creep up a little bit more, I think, beginning next week, Sunday, Monday timeframe. So our low temperature all the way down to 50 degrees tonight with a bright moon. Not necessarily full, but it will be nearly full. Our full moon technically was last night. So 50 degrees overnight tonight, and then warming up into the middle 70s again for the afternoon here on our Wednesday. So that stifling heat is out of here. Average high is 86. We're running about 11 degrees below the normal, and we'll stay nice and dry. Again, just dealing with some of those fair weather cumulus clouds flaring up during the afternoon is about it. And as we look at our temperatures into the day Thursday, high temperatures warming up a couple more degrees now. We go from the mid-70s to upper 70s to around 78 degrees for a high. And then low 80s start to move in for the day Friday. Still nice and pleasant for football later on in the evening. And then 85 on Saturday, 87 on Sunday. Continuing to warm up as we head into next week. Gwendolyn?
Thanks, Sam. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, the Richmond community is rallying around a family devastated by the sudden loss of a beloved mother. Paige Estus, a 33-year-old local resident, tragically passed away in July following a traumatic brain injury sustained from a fall at a Walmart store. Estus was a devoted mother to a 3-year-old daughter and a 16-year-old son. Her unexpected passing has left her family grappling with the immense grief and uncertainty. To help alleviate the financial burden during this time, a GoFundMe campaign has been established to assist with funeral expenses and provide ongoing support to the children. You can find a link on our website. Well, a federal jury trial began this morning for Logan Howell, a former Kentucky state trooper accused of excessive force. Howell is one of 4 officers named in a lawsuit filed by Bradley Hamblin, who claims he was brutally beaten following his arrest in 2020. The case against Howell and the other officers stems from a 2020 arrest in which Hamblin was taken into custody. The specifics of the arrest, including the charges against Hamlin, have not been publicly released. However, the lawsuit alleges that the officers involved used excessive force without provocation, leading to Hamlin's significant injuries. According to court documents, Hamlin sustained severe injuries, including multiple fractures and head trauma during the incident. Howell, who was subsequently terminated from the Kentucky State Police, faces both civil and criminal charges related to the incident. In addition to the lawsuit, he was also indicted on federal charges of conspiracy and obstruction of justice for allegedly attempting to cover up the use of force. The trial, which is expected to last several days, is taking place in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Kentucky. And of course, we'll have more details on that case as they become available. Well, a McKee man has been sentenced to a lengthy prison term for the production of child pornography. David Parky, 41, was handed a 22-and-a-half-year prison sentence on August the 19th by U.S. District Judge Robert Weir. Court documents reveal that Parky engaged in an online relationship with a minor in January of 2023. During their interactions, Parky coerced the victim into producing sexually explicit images, which were then shared through social media. Under federal law, Parky will serve 85% of the sentence before being eligible for release. Following his imprisonment, he will be under the state supervision by the U.S. Probation Office for a decade. Well, earlier today, a man was arrested by Lexington Police in connection to a shooting. The shooting occurred during the morning of Thursday, August the 15th, in the Glen Arvin and Georgetown Road area. According to officials, a male victim was found with life-threatening injuries and sent to a hospital. Police have now arrested 32-year-old Javante Briscoe on multiple charges, including assault, convicted felon in possession of a handgun, possession of marijuana, and possession of a controlled substance. The Real-Time Intelligence Center, Flock license plate readers, and FUSIS were utilized by investigators in Briscoe's arrest. He is currently lodged in the Fayette County Detention Center. With that, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. Michael Watkins is back in the studio, and he's got the latest sports report. That's all coming up next here, Live at 5.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer.
And Gus and Petey.
From Hicks and Punson, Kentucky lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nydad again.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Hey everyone, Jeremy here with the Red Poppy. We're not your typical small business. We're a full floral and gift boutique, plus serve coffee and refreshers, and we have several food options as well. Stop by our convenient drive-thru on your way to work or let us deliver. Like us on Facebook and join us live at 5 each Friday where we give away great gifts. So far this year, we've given away a trip to Vegas, a trip for 4 to Disney World, and lots more. Come see us anytime and take advantage of our full menu at the Red Poppy, 5006 Atwood Drive, Suite 1 in Richmond.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
CT Diesel Performance is now located at 2269 Enterprise Drive off Duncannon Lane in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff have moved to help better serve their customers to a bigger and better location and are here to still offer you the best in getting your vehicle to its peak performance. At CT Diesel Performance, they service all your automotive needs. No job is too big or too small. Like CT Diesel Performance on Facebook to learn more about CT Diesel Performance. Now located at 2269 Enterprise Drive in Richmond.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Well, welcome back. Michael Watkins had some big news for us this morning as EKU football made the announcement of who their starting quarterback was going to be. With that and a chat with Madison Central AD Robbie Cooksey from last night's sports show, here's Michael and today's Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report.
EKU football kicks off the season in just 11 days when they travel to Mississippi to take on the Bulldogs of Mississippi State. Over the last few weeks, the team has gone through their training camp and hosted a pair of scrimmages, and Coach Walt Wells has made the decision on who will be under center as the starting quarterback for the Colonels. Matt Morrissey has been given the starting job for EKU. The transfer from Western Illinois will be in his first season in Maroon, and last year was named Honorable Mention Missouri Valley Conference All-Academic and Honorable Mention All-Conference. Morrissey threw for almost 2,000 yards last year and 13 touchdowns and will now be QB1 for EKU. And last night on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, Samantha and I were joined by Robbie Cooksey, the athletic director for Madison Central High School. With the opening weekend of high school football upon us, he wanted to check in and get an update on the Roy Kidd Bowl, which is one of the biggest fundraisers of the year for the football team. And this year, sponsored by Uncle Charlie's Meats.
They're providing their main sponsor this year. So it's I want to say it's the 13th or 14th year of the Roy Kidd Bowl. I know the first 2 years I think we're at Eastern, and then it's been at Central since. So we're excited. It's always it's the biggest fundraiser that the football team puts on. And got Johnson Central coming in, who's a perennial power. They're always good. They're going to line it up and run it. You know what they're going to do, but they always have a really, really good team. Should be a fun night.
When you look at the Roy Kidd Bowl, talk about so it's not just on Friday. There's games on Saturday as well. So talk about that and how folks can come out and watch Friday. Not a really good football game, and then on Saturday as well.
Right. So Friday night you obviously have Madison Central and Johnson Central playing at 7:30. Tickets are $7, and then Saturday you can come out and you've got 6th, 7th, and 8th grade games. And I want to say that they start at 10 o'clock and they run pretty much throughout the day. So it's it's a really, really good way to see our high school teams, but also our middle school teams.
Yeah, those feeder programs, which are so important now, they've got to be coming. There'll be Central athletes here in the next 2 or 3 years.
And talking to those student athletes, they love it. They love being out on the the Madison Central football field. This is legendary for them. We're going to get to be on this field someday.
Yes, the middle school kids, and when we have youth leagues and things over there, the kids just. They light up. They really they love it because it's what they go and watch, and it to them it's big time. Plus, they're not getting to play on turf and things like that, so it's pretty cool for them.
For WBON TV Sports, I'm Michael Watkins.
Thanks, Michael, for that sports report. We're going to take a quick break. Lots more news coming up here live at 5 after this break.
Richmond's very own TV station signal is now stronger than ever. If you're enjoying free over-the-air TV, rescan your TV now for all the channels WBON TV offers, including Channel 9.1 with the AMG network featuring great programming like Forensic Files, Cheaters, plus live local sports and our daily Live at 5 local newscast. Channel 9.2 with the Buzzer Network. Enjoy your favorite game shows of yesteryear. Channel 9.3 is the Heartland Network with classic classic country and southern gospel music, the Crook and Chase Show, classic movies, Jimmy Houston Outdoors, and much more rural living programs. And Channel 9.4. That's Retro TV, featuring classic TV shows and movies you love and remember. For more information on over-the-air TV, visit our website, WBONTV.com, and click the Over-the-Air tab. Drop us a line today and let us know where and what you're watching. Email us at info@WBONTV.com.
Heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
Watch the Real McCoys weekdays at 9:30 a.m. on Heartland.
Family known as the Real McCoys.
Watch Laugh-In on Retro TV, Mondays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 8.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass of Lexington, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. Yesterday in Lexington, a train collided with a pickup truck. According to police, officers were dispatched to Waveland Museum Lane off of Nicholasville Road at around 3:17 p.m. Monday, where Norfolk Southern train apparently struck a pickup parked in the railroad crossing. Fortunately, the truck was not occupied and no injuries have been reported. The owner of the vehicle was on site but had left by the time authorities arrived. Roads were temporarily closed down as crews cleared the scene and have since been reopened. Reportedly, at this time, no criminal charges are expected. 2 people were killed during a crash in Lexington over the weekend. According to officials, the incident occurred early Saturday morning at the Tates Creek Road and Turkey Foot Road intersection. The victims were identified by the Fayette County Coroner's Office as 13-year-old Omar Shalash and 18-year-old Hassan Mohammed Hassan. Police say that others were also injured in the incident and were taken to a hospital but are expected to completely recover. Lexington Universal Academy says that Shalash was an 8th grade student there at the school. In a Facebook post by the Academy, they stated, "It is with deep sorrow that we share the news of a passing of one of our 8th grade students, Omar Shalash, who was tragically involved in a car accident. We extend our heartfelt condolences and to the Omar family during this difficult time." A service was held Saturday afternoon at 1545 Russell Cave Road. For those mourning his loss, police are conducting an ongoing investigation into the cause of that accident. Well, thanks so much for joining us today here live at 5. Man, it is a beautiful day out there. Make sure you get out, head on down to Tasty Tuesday and see all the great things that are going on out there. Don't worry about cooking tonight. Head on down there and enjoy some of that great truck food, just lots of great things going on, and just an absolutely beautiful day to enjoy it. Of course, we'll be right back here tomorrow. More news, more weather, more sports. I'll see you tomorrow, live at 5.